Hello everybody, it's Ashley, or Shlee, however you know me. This will be attempt number 4 at making a vlog for you guys. This is my very first attempt at ever making a vlog, so this is very interesting. Talking to a camera like it is real people is a little weird for me, so if I look away from the camera, it's mostly me, not you. I don't like making eye contact for very long, so that's a thing. In any case, it's January 6th, 2017. It's also the quote-unquote meet-iversary of me and my boyfriend. Today, 2 years ago, was the first time that he sent me a message on OkCupid. It was a really dumb League of Legends joke. The joke was, what do you get when you have a Graves Blitzcrank bot lane? And the answer was Cowboy Beat Boop, which made me actually laugh out loud, and is the entire reason why I am now currently residing here in Germany. You can see one of my dolls back there behind me. There she is. One of our really cool wall scrolls. You can kind of see Killian's, there it is, Deadpool poster that I got him for Christmas. There's Killian in the back. So we were having difficulties with the really nice camera, so now we get to take video on my really old webcam, and hope that my microphone does what it's supposed to do, and that all of the sound comes out pretty well, and all that stuff. In any case, a few weeks ago, I had put a post on Facebook asking if anybody would be interested in seeing me do kind of like a taste testing video of stuff here in Germany, things that you can't really get in the States, or that you don't really find in the States, all kinds of things. And so the response was pretty overwhelming. Everybody was like, yeah, that'd be really, really cool. So I've decided to create my first one with some candy that I got for Christmas in my stocking from Killian. I'm pretty sure you can't find this stuff in the States. You might be able to specialty places, or maybe the lint stuff is in North America as well, but it wasn't anything I had seen in the States before, so I'm going to do a review of it for you guys today. So first things first, this is my wonderful, beautiful stocking. We had to buy this year because we didn't have any, and it was my first year spending Christmas away from either of my families, so it was my first year spending Christmas in Germany. It was really kind of interesting. We actually hosted Christmas, and so my boyfriend and I live here with his grandmother and his dad, and then his aunt, her husband, their son, who's about 41, and his girlfriend came. So it was 8 of us all told, and we had a turkey dinner. It came out fantastic. I'll throw some pictures, well, Killian will throw some pictures into the video to show you guys. We made a turkey, which we ended up spatchcocking, basically butterflying. You cut out the spine and lay the turkey flat and roast it that way in the oven. And then we made green beans with bacon, mashed potatoes, roasted potatoes, French fries, these like honey glazed dill carrots. Oh gosh, what else did we have? Gravy, obviously, turkey. And stuffing. We made stuffing. How you forget stuffing? Beyond me, but yeah. So we had a really great big Christmas. We bought our own Christmas tree, decorated that. And so that was really, really fun. It's definitely interesting. Again, it was the first time I was really away from friends, family, for Christmas. But all in all, it wasn't a bad Christmas, so I can't really complain. Plus, it's, kind of the experience of a lifetime getting to live in a foreign country and learn a foreign language to the point where I feel like I can use it in my daily life and hold conversations in German at this point. So that's really kind of exciting for me, not only because I live here, but just as a language buff in general. And to be able to go out into the world and see random German words and be like, oh, I know, what that means. So it's very kind of exciting. So anyway, that's what's been going on. I'm finishing up school. It'll be done. I take my B2 certification test on the 11th of February, I think it is, 11th or 12th. And yeah, once I have my B2 certification, then I can qualify for going to university, and I'm hoping to most likely finish out my music degree starting in the fall of next year. So, without further ado, stocking stuff. So I have already attempted to film this like 3 other times, and we didn't know previously that Killian's super nice camera stops after 4 gigs, which is about 12 minutes. And so it would stop on me, and I didn't know when. And so I had opened up some candy and tried it thinking that it was still recording, and it hadn't. So when you see that, I apologize. I really did try it the first time, so this is me trying it again, just telling you guys kind of about the consistency, the taste, etc., and so forth. And there are things I haven't tried yet, so that's good. But yeah, so these are bronchioles, which I have already tried, and I will try them for you on camera. They are green gummy candies of pure death, but we will get to those in a little bit. Some of the other things that he got for me are these Lindt. I'm going to set those on the desk. You can't see. They are Lindt chocolate bars. And they are called Hello Nice to Sweet You. Just kind of a cute little play on words. And the last thing that he got me, and these are open because I tried them in the last attempt at filming the video, so I'll have to try them again. I think they are pronounced Mauam. It's not a German word. Oh, that's interesting. It's not a German word, as far as I'm aware, but it is a German candy, and I have no idea if I'm pronouncing it right. It is a palindrome, spelled the same way forward and backward. Anyway, so we will try those, and I will go in a nicer order this time. Anyway, and then he got me these Lindt chocolates. This first one, which I had tried to try before, so they're called Hello Nice to Sweet You. This one is Sundae Choco. I say Choco, you could say Choco, but I think you're wrong. So there's these, and they're these little bars of candy, chocolate, and they're filled with stuff. So that one is Sundae Choco. There's this one, which I'm probably going to love. It's Crunchy Nougat. I love nougat. I have a feeling it's going to be like toffee, because that's what the little, you can't see that picture, looks like. There's this one called Sweet Popcorn. So that'll be interesting. I love popcorn. I love chocolate. It's really funny because here in Germany, by default, you get sweet popcorn, kind of like kettle corn, instead of salty popcorn. You actually have to ask for salty popcorn. Yes. By default, it's sweet. Their biggest pot of popcorn in the concession stand, at least at our theater, is the sweet popcorn, and the salty stuff's in a smaller container. I always get it mixed because I like both. Killian only likes salty. The next one is going to be this dark chocolate cookie kind. So that will be fun to try. And we also have a caramel brownie, which looks like that. That looks like it's going to be delicious. And last but not least is a strawberry cheesecake kind. So that looks like it'll be really, really interesting. So I'm going to start with the little Mauam blocks. And since I cheated, well, I didn't cheat. I really thought that the camera was going. But basically, quote unquote, cheated. I'm going to do this in an order that tastes a little bit better. So first we have this cola kind. So there's cola. Looks a little better there. Lemon, orange, and where is it hiding? Oh, and I just stole it. And raspberry. So I'm going to try the cola kind first. And you guys can finally experience this with me for the first time. So the weird thing is that they don't have any colors. They all have like this creamy color to them. Sorry that you can't really tell that it's creamy colored. And I think you can see some of those flecks in there. They all look exactly the same. If you were to take every single one of these, unwrap them, and throw them in a bowl. You can just tell somebody good luck, because whatever they put in their mouths, it would be a surprise. That sounds terrible. I'm leaving it in. In any case, so I'm going to try this kind. So this is the cola kind. So the initial consistency is like a hard Starburst or something like that. Oh, I didn't like these the first time. This cola flavor tastes more like lemon. And there are cola candies that taste really good. Haribo makes the little Happy Cola, little Coca-Cola gummies. Those are delicious. This, on the other hand, not so much. The texture starts out as like a hard Starburst, and then finishes off more like a Haichu, which is a Japanese type of gummy candy. Really readily available in any Asian supermarket, H-Mart if you have one, which those are everywhere. And also I think Costco actually sells big bags of Haichu, pardon me. So it kind of finishes off with the consistency of Haichu. These cola ones, it's just a weird taste. It's kind of lemony, not very cola-y. It kind of tastes like flat Coke. But like flat lemon Coke. Anyway. So, cola ones, not a big fan. We'll try the orange kind next. That's also like the most flavorful one, the cola one. All the other ones seemed a little less, rich in flavor. I don't want to say rich in flavor. And pardon me, I'm going to have some water. My wonderful Minions cup. Thanks, Dad. Maybe try to get some of that taste out of my mouth for the next one. So this is orange. So a lot more subtle. Like a lot more subtle. Definitely tastes like synthetic orange, but it's almost like cheap synthetic orange, like those cheap lollipops that you get from like doctor's offices and stuff like that. Again, the texture, I really apologize. I feel bad chewing so much. They are really hard to get through at first, and they make you salivate a lot. No real aftertaste in this one. The Coke ones had a bit of a, almost like a dirt aftertaste. Sounds terrible. But that's not that bad. Fairly faint in flavor for the orange. So then we'll try the lemon. So once again, I mean, it's just very funny to me. They all look exactly the same. The little flecks, if you can see them. And you really gotta chew through them. These taste like Pez. The lemon ones taste like lemon Pez. Even almost with that same chalky aftertaste. But yeah, almost exactly like lemon Pez in a chew candy, which is really weird. Not bad. Much better than the cola one. And finally, we've got our little round raspberry. It's the roundest raspberry I think I've ever seen in my life. So, whew. I'm sure that this is the most exciting thing you guys have ever watched in your entire lives. The raspberry is actually nice. It's got a stronger flavor than the lemon and the orange ones. but it's not overwhelming. The texture is a little weird. You almost expect it to taste more like or to feel more like a Laffy Taffy, or even more like an actual Starburst. But again, it kind of starts out in that consistency, but with the addition of saliva or mastication, it really starts to kind of feel like a high chew. So it's definitely very different. I don't mind the raspberry. I don't mind the lemon or the orange, and I did try the cherry, which were surprisingly really good. I don't have them here. But the cherry ones were actually surprisingly good, and I don't normally like cherry flavored things. If I was going to have a choice between these and Laffy Taffy or Starburst or Hi-Chew, I would definitely pick Starburst or Hi-Chew over these ones, but they're not bad, so if I'm ever in the mood for, you know, something kind of chewy taffy-like, I will definitely go for those. They're not terrible, just have to be careful which flavors that I pick. So next will be the chocolates, which I'm actually kind of excited about. They're actually super cute. And I did try one of them already because, again, like I said, I thought the camera was rolling, so I had tried this one. It's the least interesting, so it is what it is. This is the Sundae Choco. And I did pull these out earlier. I'll pull out the whole thing to show you. They're actually really cute. The bar itself has some stuff printed on it, so now hopefully you can see that. It says nice to sweet you. There's some lips, lint, a couple of hearts, and then that side says hello, and the far side that I had already tried a piece on said hello. So from the picture, it looks like, there it is, there should be some chocolate sauce, and the whole thing is filled, but you don't see any of the chocolate sauce there. However, once you bite into it, there we go. It's got the chocolate sauce on the inside. It's the least interesting flavor to me. It just sort of tastes like chocolate. The Lindt chocolate itself is really good, but it is just white chocolate and chocolate sauce on the inside. But they're nice. The hard chocolate outside isn't terribly thick, but it does add a bit of, I don't want to say a crunch necessarily to the chocolate, as much as a firmness, which is really nice, and it melts in your mouth very quickly. And it is Lindt chocolate, so it is actually super delicious. But that flavor is probably the least interesting, just considering that it's a few different kinds of chocolate all rolled into one little thing. So next we'll try something which hopefully will be a little more interesting, and we will open the strawberry cheesecake. So, getting right down to that. This is a very interesting thing. Also surprising that people like to watch these videos. But I like to watch these videos, so I don't know why I find it so surprising. It is very interesting. Immediately this smells like strawberry. You can immediately smell that. I opened the package and before I even broke this off, it smelled like strawberry. And it definitely smells like strawberry cheesecake. Looks really nice. You can see little chunks of strawberry pieces and stuff in there. That's a really interesting combination. You can definitely taste it as strawberry cheesecake. It is a little tart, so kind of like a yogurt cream. And it's got little crunchy bits, and I think those are little pieces of freeze-dried strawberry. It's really good. With the chocolate gives it a very interesting aftertaste. There's a bit of a depth or a richness behind it that you wouldn't get just by having, obviously, strawberry cheesecake. While I don't know that I've ever seen strawberry cheesecake with chocolate syrup over the top of it, this is what this would kind of remind me, and I don't think it would be bad. So that one is pretty good. Alright. On to the dark chocolate cookie. I have a feeling that this one's not going to be terribly interesting. Gefüllte feinherbe Schokolade mit Schokoladencreme und dunklen Gebäckstückchen. So basically it just says it's filled like fine chocolate with chocolate cream and dark bake pieces, so pastry pieces, cookie pieces. So we will find out. And there you go, that's my terrible, terrible German. This already looks very different than the other ones. I think this is an actual darker chocolate. So for comparison's sake, here is the strawberry cheesecake, and this is, so if you can see, it's already a darker chocolate. So that'll be really interesting to try out. Dark chocolate on dark chocolate on dark chocolate is very rich, so we are gonna find out. This one says hello to me as well. You can't see any cookie pieces in there, it just looks very full. It definitely smells like dark chocolate. A little more bitter than the last one, so. There aren't, It's definitely a lot more dark chocolate. The cream on the inside's okay. I was hoping for a little more crunch because it's supposed to have cookie pieces in it. There isn't really. There are a couple of cookie pieces that I found, but they're not lending the crunch that I assumed that it would. Not bad, but overall not the most interesting. Very dark chocolatey. I'd recommend like one piece, maybe two. I'm gonna need some water. And yes, this is a Minions Turvis cup. I know I showed it to you already. And there is actually a story behind this cup. My parents got me this for my birthday last year, so 2015. And then I took it with me. Well, I took the one that they had got with me to Denver, and on my way out of the airport, it fell out of my bag and cracked, like fell down and broke. And these Turvis mugs are not supposed to really break, but it fell from 2 stories up down an escalator. So the lid shattered, and then part of the inside of the cup shattered. The really nice thing is that it was a Bed Bath & Beyond exclusive, this Minions cup. So I had my brother drive me over to Bed Bath & Beyond, and they gave me, without a receipt and anything, a replacement for free. So I was really, really stoked about that. So this is actually my second Minions Turvis cup. But yeah, it's got its own little story. It's my little piece of home that I keep my water in all the time. So yeah. Alright, we, I think, are gonna try the sweet popcorn, because if I hate it, I don't want it to be the last flavor in my mouth. But it looks really interesting. It's milk chocolate with chocolate popcorn filling. That's all it says. So, gonna open it and jump right in, I guess. So we're back to the nice milk chocolate from Lindt. I actually really enjoy their milk chocolate. It's very savory, very creamy. Some of the other chocolate companies aren't. So immediately it's got just kind of chocolate in there, and you can see a little bit of a popcorn piece. I guess if I get too close, you can't really see very well. Oh, now you can smell the popcorn. It's not like an overwhelming smell like the strawberry one. You could like open the package and it smelled like strawberries. This one's more subtle, and it smells a little funny. It smells like what you'd expect. It smells kind of like popcorn and kind of like chocolate. So I don't know if I like that smell together. But we are gonna try it. It's definitely got more crunchy pieces. It's such an interesting flavor combination. I mean, there's chocolate covered popcorn, so that's not new. But this isn't quite chocolate covered popcorn in that same sense. It's very weird. In a really good way. I actually really like it. I really like it. But it's definitely very popcorny and chocolatey, but not necessarily in that way that chocolate covered popcorn is, if that makes sense. It's not a coherent flavor. It's not a coherent flavor, is what I mean. It's definitely, there's popcorn and there's chocolate, but it's not a coherent chocolate covered popcorn kind of thing. It's also really surprisingly sweet. Like, really surprisingly sweet. Alright. We're gonna go with caramel brownie next, I think, because I like caramel. It probably also will be a little bit less of an interesting flavor. Kind of trying to switch it up in between those. But definitely one that I like. I love caramel in chocolate. It does say that it is filled milk chocolate with caramel and brownie cream with those dark, basically baked good pieces. Quebec is baked good or pastry, like a brownie or a cookie or things like that. So, yeah, so guess we're gonna give this one a try. I feel like sometimes if you put too much stuff in there, like this is caramel and brownie and, you know, this, that, and the other thing, it kind of becomes just overwhelming and all tastes the same. You don't get all of those different tastes, so I'm hoping that this is not the case. Ooh, and right away you can see the caramel. You can see that very well. I'm sorry that this camera is terrible. It is my webcam, so it is what it is. It just smells like chocolate. You can smell a little bit of the caramel, but obviously I'm practically sticking it up my nose for that, so. That is surprisingly really good. You get a little bit of those brownie pieces. The caramel is like the perfect amount. And the dark chocolate brownie filling definitely tastes more like brownie than it does like a chocolate cream or a chocolate truffle filling. So yeah, that is really good. And finally, we are going to try this crunchy nougat kind. It does have hazelnuts in it and apparently pieces of waffle. So that's interesting. You would not expect that at all, considering that it is called crunchy nougat. But it is filled milk chocolate with nougat. What's croquant, Killian? Hazelnut pieces?
It's like candy.
Oh, it's like candied hazelnuts and pieces of waffle. So that'll be.
It's brittle.
Hazelnut brittle. Oh! So instead of peanut brittle, hazelnut brittle. That'll be interesting. Alright. And that is a big thing here in Germany. They really love hazelnuts and chocolate. Those two things together, it's like, that's it. That's their dream. It smells just like chocolate. So I'm not smelling too much of anything in there. It is just a little bit, it's a lighter kind of chocolate filling. It's not quite as dark as the other ones. I don't really, that's not true. I was gonna say I don't really smell the hazelnuts, but now that I have opened it up, I can smell them better. It's like having Nutella with a little bit of a sweet crunch. It's not exactly what I was expecting, considering it looks like toffee bits to me, and I love toffee. But it's not bad. You can definitely taste the hazelnut. It reminds me a lot of Nutella, but a little more nutty, if that makes sense. A little more hazelnutty. But really not bad. And I can't tell if the waffle pieces have a little bit of maple syrup or if that's just the hazelnut brittle. But it definitely tastes like it's got something like that in the aftertaste. So, yeah, pretty good. I think my favorites were probably... I really like the strawberry cheesecake. I really loved the popcorn one and the caramel brownie. I think those would be my 3 go out if you can find them and buy them and try them recommendations because they're super good. And so we have gotten to the end of my stocking, except for one final thing, which I will try for you on camera because the faces that I make, I'm sure, are pretty epic. So like I said, these are called bronchioles, and Killian had bought them for me because they're mint. It says with real mint oil. Well, mint is mint oil, isn't it? So, and they've also got, I believe, eucalyptus in them. I don't know. Ooh, there's apparently apple and safflower. Not that you could taste any of those. So, if you have a cold or can't breathe, these are probably your best friend. But I'm going to tell you right now. Awesome microphone. I'm going to tell you right now. Eating these is like straight up just eating Vicks Vapor Rub. So, I mean, you're kind of drawn in. You're like, oh, that's kind of sweet mint on the very outside. And then the second you bite into it, the eucalyptus is like, haha, I got you. And then, oh, it just gets worse. And it is really like eating Vicks Vapor Rub. So, I don't know if this was like a please eat these before you go to bed because you snore kind of thing. Or Killian thought that they would be sweeter and minty because I love mint. And you don't find a lot of mint out here. Especially not like mint chocolate. I haven't seen a lot of mint chocolate. Except for in ice cream. And after 8s. So those are about the only things I've seen that are very mint chocolatey. But yeah, oh. I wish I had swallowed this 5 minutes ago. It wasn't even in my mouth 5 minutes ago, and I wish I had swallowed it 5 minutes ago. So please give me a moment. Okay. Well, the good news is that my nose feels nice and cool and open, so there's that. So anyway, this was my first attempt at a vlog kind of thing. Kind of showing you guys some of the German candy and stuff that you can get out here. If you liked this, please let me know. I'm contemplating making more videos, going out, getting other kinds of German food like Weisswurst, Currywurst, Bratwurst, and things like that. Potentially what we're having on Sunday, which is a very German dinner that Killian's grandma makes for us every once in a while. And I'd be happy to do kind of a review on how that's made and how it tastes and all that good kind of stuff. So if you like this, please let me know. If you want to see more of this, let me know. I would kind of like to turn this into a weekly thing where I just sort of sit and tell you guys about what's going on. Just as kind of a way of keeping in touch with everybody back in the States. Because I'm really bad at keeping in touch. And I don't know, I think maybe it might be interesting for you guys to kind of see how things are going and get updates on our lives and stuff like that. So, you know, if this interests you, please let me know. You can leave comments if you'd like to, or like the video, that'd be great. Subscribe, because I believe that there will be more content coming. I am hoping within the next couple of weeks to get my super nice studio microphone from my dad, get that set up, and potentially start doing some music recordings, just recording some songs for the fun of it and throwing those up on YouTube. So if you guys want to see that, or if you have any requests for songs, you can leave those in the comments below as well. And ultimately, yeah, I hope you guys are glad that you joined me for this super duper long journey. And yeah, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!